What's up, my Vina loves? It's Miss Vina D coming to you all from Vina Team and News. Wow. Like, I know Kenya Moore and this reality TV mess so well. You know, I recorded part one the same night when it aired and everything. And then I had some things to take care of, so I just had the episode sitting there. I tried to upload it, and I had some uploading issues. So I'm like, I'm just going to do it later. And then after I had recorded everything and said everything, I'm browsing Instagram as I'm waiting for, part one to upload. And I see Kenya Moore post about what happened. And when I tell you to the T of everything that I said that probably wasn't seen, and Kenya Moore realizing that the viewers, like everything I said in part one, and I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna have to do two parts because I'm not about to delete everything that I said, just to then re-record and include Kenya Moore message. So I'm going to keep part one the way it was, and then I'm going to also read what Kenya Moore wrote so people can see that I really do understand these shows. And it's not a hard thing to figure out, because someone would just not go from 0 to 100 like that for no reason. I don't even care if that person have issues or going through stuff where people call them, oh, you're crazy, whatever the case might be. No one just have a reaction for absolutely no reasons. Life don't work like that. So Kenya Moore, I'm going to get straight to it, because if you want to get all of the rundown and everything, the entire review, click on part one, which is on the link to the playlist is in the description below, but part one is right next to this video. So if you go to videos, just click on part one. Matter of fact, I'm also going to put the link to part one down below so you're able to click it and go there. But I'm going to get straight to it because this one is all about Kenya Moore response and nothing more, nothing less. And it's going to be a short one since part one was almost like 30 minutes. Not 30 minutes, like almost like 25 minutes long. All right, so Kenya, after all of the hate, backlash, people calling her every name in the book, because listen, up to this date, Phaedra Parks still did not and does not get as much hate, even though what she did was disgusting. The hate and the response that she got doesn't even compare to when Kenya Moore does something small. Like, people were still saying, Phaedra, we understand, we have your back, and still put her on the pedestal. But oh my gosh, what happened last night? People behaved like it was war, whatever. So let's go ahead and get to it. Kenya posted this beautiful image of her, Cynthia and Mal, and her caption was, "Thank you at Cynthia Bailey and Mal. I know I was tough, and before I move any further, happy 50th birthday to Mal." Like, she looks gorgeous. I mean, she and her sister, man, they are just gorgeous people. Like, her mom wasn't playing. Like, Cynthia came, and like months later, her sister was right behind her. But Cynthia posted this image right here. And her caption was, "Screaming happy birthday to my beautiful sister. I love you so much, and I can't wait to celebrate your big 50 with you. I can't believe we are both 50 right now. Well, not for long. LOL. Enjoy your day, my love." And then she have the hashtag. Yes, Cynthia's birthday will be here, shortly to make her 51. So, they're like a year or so apart. I'm going to go to post this image right here of Mal. She's posted this image right here of her. That's like an ice cream cake. The ending to a perfect night. Blessed to see another year. And this is the picture of her now. Her body is amazing too. Okay, she and her sister and their mother did good. Happy birthday to me. Thank you everyone for the love today. Okay, so that's that. So let's go ahead and go back to the story at hand. So happy birthday to you, girl. So Kenya posted, "Thank you at Cynthia Bailey and Mal. I know I was tough that day, but you guys stayed focused. Getting that special needs child and her mom back into her home was our intent and not the made-for-TV distractions thrown at us to make a positive situation negative to try to rehabilitate someone's poor image. Amen. I said that in my part 1. I knew exactly what was going on. Cameras never tell the full story. As Cynthia Bailey is a true friend who never blindly defends me. She is the toughest person I know and quick to put me in my place. She said I was being rude. She said, quote, she didn't see all that. And FYI, we all attended Porsha last event after gutting our house in 100-degree weather just before it ended. There is no excuse for me being rude to Shamir, and we later talked at a more appropriate time. I appreciate her efforts. I'm going to pause for a second. Didn't I say that in part 1? Kenya was simply saying, listen, we had an amazing day of helping folks. Let's just end with dinner and go around the table probably saying, what did you love most about today? Let's have a pleasant time and end on a positive note. Then, come back for another scene, because the more scenes you're in and you become a seasoned regular, then the better your chances are of getting a peach. However, I've been hearing that Shamia was offered a peach and she turned it down. I don't believe that, but allegedly, whatever the case might be. That's all Kenya was saying. Or just pull me to the side, girl, and say, listen, Kenya, I didn't appreciate what you did. Actually, right there and then say, Kenya, I know you just sat down. Can we talk in private and still have your moment, but away from everybody? That's all Kenya was saying. Don't do it at the table, because doing it at the table means you are looking for a scene in a show, and that's exactly what I said. All right. So I'm going to start from the Shamia part. Let's rewind a little bit. There's no excuse for me being rude to Shamia Morton, and we later talked at a more appropriate time. I appreciate her efforts, but the nonsense at that table you didn't see or hear is what I reacted to. Certain people chastising and criticizing Cynthia for not being at certain events when no one else would travel to support her. People forcing a reaction and a scene for camera time. That's what I reacted to. Thank you to Habitat for Humanity, whom I've always supported and have personally donated building materials and raised over $5,000 to help underprivileged families afford homes of their own. I'll take this one on the chin and continue to stay focused and hashtag stay woke. All right? My point. I knew something else was off. Someone just don't get up and start banging stuff in bathroom and going off out of nowhere. I don't understand, and I get it. I get it. A lot of kids, who's obsessed with social media, watch these shows. A lot of young people who jump on bandwagons who have not lived enough life to put 2 and 2 together and understand. A lot of people have lost their common sense mindset and just are quick to, but life don't work that way. You just don't go from someone saying, can we have a conversation, to flipping off producers and going off. No, I said it. Something deeper happened, and Kenya saw through the producers and knew what they were doing. And what I said in part 1 was, all she had to do was to say, ladies, thank you so much for tonight. I had a great time. Cynthia, Shamir, everybody, thank you for supporting. I'm gonna go ahead and leave, and then there you go. Don't give Bravo what they're looking for. That's exactly what they wanted. It's crazy to me that you don't like this woman so much, but you love that she makes your network money. So as long as she keeps making a fool out of herself, that's good for you. Because Kenya episodes be some of the highest rated episodes, like when she's the one leading it and doing things like that. You understand what I'm saying? And then this season have been up and down anyways as far as the ratings. So they were looking for a moment, and I'm glad she went in the bathroom and then she left. because it could and would have been worse. They wanted her to go off at the table. So she saw right through everything they were doing. That's exactly what I say in part 1, because I knew, man, I knew something was off. And I know I keep referencing part 1, but it's just crazy. Like, I didn't even have to read what Kenya Moore wrote, because I said everything before I even read what she wrote. I recorded, I recorded part 1 the same night, literally seconds after the show ended. I recorded part 1, and Kenya Moore posted this the next day. So there's no way I could have read this and did my video. The other part I want to point out is, and the reason why Kenya was upset, they went to Porsha event. Now I don't know if Kenya is still there, because she's spilling tea right there. And I don't think Bravo is going to appreciate that. So maybe Kenya really did quit and she's not there anymore. Okay? Because they went to Porsha event at the end. They were there. So if Cynthia Bailey came to your first event and supported you, she didn't have to come to both of them. She came to the first one and supported you. She came to the second one at the end and all of them was there. You knew that. Bravo intentionally cut that part out and edited Porsha saying out of her own mouth that they did not show up to her second event. That's a flat out lie. It doesn't matter if they were there for 2 seconds or 60 seconds. They showed up to Porsha's second event. So then you can tell how much editing they did just to get a reaction and some drama. And that is so sad. So I completely understand why Kenya did what she did and reacted the way that she did. And I was right. She didn't want to do it on camera. She's not going to give Bravo a scene. I'm going to call you Cynthia. If it's not in the next episode, then Kenya was probably like, I'm going to call you Cynthia. We'll talk about it. I apologize. And the same thing goes to Shamia. Okay? So that whole mess about, oh, you guys didn't come to my event and all of that was all fake because they were there. Wow. That's why I be telling you guys, man, don't get a brain aneurysm and end up in the hospital for things you see on so-called, and I'm doing a quote with my 2 fingers here, reality TV, because most of the time they manipulate stuff and do whatever they can do to make things this is my thing. This is what I'm going to say. Just because producers in reality TV shows have the power to edit does not mean you give them the reaction they're looking for. Because I'll tell you this right now. Had Kenya been pleasant and had Kenya politely removed herself from the table, Bravo wouldn't have any footage to show. I'm going to go right back to the fake wedding stunt they pulled. Kenya smiled and laughed the whole time. They didn't have anything to edit or make her look bad in any way because she didn't give them the material. You understand what I'm saying? You can say, had she not giving them the material, they wouldn't have had it to chop and screw and edit the episode to make her look like, oh, there go Kenya again, Kenya being crazy, all of that. Now you guys normally know that I will go through the comments, but I'm not going to do it because majority of them, most of them are positive, and then you have 1 or 2 who completely did not read her message and still on her post like, you were so rude, like, no ish. She just explained what happened. Alright, I quickly want to read some of the comments here. I'm disappointed, Shamir, all that devastation around you in Texas, and you still chose to be negative at the table. Your display was insensitive, selfish, and in poor taste. Okay? So not everybody on here are calling Kenya Moore rude. Some people see what I saw. You guys were there to help families. It wasn't the appropriate time, like Kenya Moore said. Let's have dinner. Let me drink my water since the kitchen is closed. Nene Leak's words. Since the kitchen is closed, let me drink my water. let's just have a good night and focus on the positivity, and then discuss this a different day. Also, too, why Kenya got so mad was we busted our, you know what, in 100 degrees weather. We came here and did all of this. And this is what you want to do right now because you know how reality TV works. No one is going to be talking about the amazing work we did. Everyone now is going to be focused on the negativity. So the negativity completely overshadowed everything we did. So much to the point where some of the organizations are not even reposting the images because they don't want to bring that mess to their page. You know what I'm saying? That's all she was saying. All of our hard work just in vain because you chose to shine the spotlight on negativity when we just did something positive. Common example, Kenya Moore PSA. Oh my gosh. Nothing but that was amazing, good job. It was great. There were no drama, but I guarantee you, had Kenya raised her voice at somebody, had Kenya not giving Cynthia Bailey mother a hug, or had Kenya seemed like she was being disrespectful or insensitive to the ladies, it was going to overshadow the entire PSA. And I think that's what really made Kenya mad. Like, my grandmother just died. That was my mother. I'm still grieving, but I'm still getting up every day going to work, and I'm here working in this hot bleep weather, and all of that is just going down the drain because you guys want ratings and numbers to be up so bad that you're willing to overshadow such a beautiful moment with something toxic and negative. And I'll say it once again, hopefully going forward, you know, I mean, Kenya's going to have a moment here and there in other episodes. But my only advice I can give to people is you can't control how people handle themselves. You can only control yourself. I understand it's reality TV and it's a job. And that's why most of them are still there with the peach, because you have to bring it, you know, just you have to have some spice. Because if not, have a nice life. I get it. But if you don't give them what they're looking for, they won't have the footage to use against you or to edit. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and let it go, man. I was talking about, I'm going to make this one short. And there I go. Almost 20 minutes. All right, my Vina loves. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here, my Vina loves. I'm glad that Kenya Moore said that because I knew something was off, and I said it in part 1. So you guys go ahead and click and watch part 1, and I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I'm wishing you all an amazing day. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.